Hello and thanks again for joining me for another episode of the Planet Crafter. There is a look at our screens. We've not been doing a lot of terraforming. We have barely touched plants. We haven't really done anything with butterflies. We've done a couple of butterfly domes, but not much else. We haven't touched a single fish. We've collected some fish eggs, but we've done nothing with fish, nothing with frogs. And we are heading towards the mammal stage, which is not actually in the game yet, but we've done hardly any trees or plants. So what we're going to do today is we are going to collect all of the trees that I know of in the game. So heading over to our factory. Just going to go upstairs here. Okay. So, once you've got your DNA manipulator unlocked, you can start creating tree seeds. Now, this has two screens. The bottom screen is where you put stuff in and you hit research. The top screen shows you all of your recipes that you've unlocked. And I believe this is all the recipes that you can unlock. However, there is a secret recipe that does not show up in here. So that is 8 plus a secret one makes 9. There is also this tree here. And as far as I can tell, I mean, it's not a very good one. But as far as I can tell, there are only 2 of these in the game. And I'll show you where I got these. You cannot craft them. But I will show you where I found those. So that would make 10 trees all up. And then there is also an 11th tree, which we get through trading once you unlock your trade rocket. And we'll go and order that. So click on here, and it's this one here, the Rosa. And it says Rosa here, but it comes up as Rose. I guess that's an A. Looks like an R from here. But so we'll go and order one of those. Send that rocket off. This is a temporary trade platform. I've got my auto trading spaceport on the other side of the map. Okay. So let's go back up. And up one more. Alrighty. So now if we have a look at these recipes, all of these ones, they all require a different flower, except for that one. All of these require a tree bark. Now, tree bark you get from your biodome tier 2. They will collect in here. Now I have this set up with the drones, so they'll pick these up and they'll carry those back to my lockers. So we'll head back up here. So they're all going to need a bark, every one of these, and also the secret one. They're also all going to need a mutagen, and this one is going to need a tier 2 mutagen. And you can make those in your bio lab, or you can make them in the auto crafters. Now, I've set up a temporary bio lab here because we never rebuilt the bio lab when we moved our base, and we're using auto crafters up there to make all of these. But in your bio lab, you come to the screen and you can craft the mutagen once you've unlocked it, and that'll require a bacteria sample, which you also make in here. It'll require methane, which you'll need to use a gas collector or gas extractor, and sulfur, which you can mine or pick up from various places. Those are pretty basic stuff. The T2 is a bit more advanced, so we'll need a mutagen, and you'll also need a common lava, and you'll need some honey. And so for that, you'll need to unlock the beehives. I've only got the tier 1 beehive, which does produce honey, and I have this set on supply as well with my drones, but if you don't have drones yet, you'll have to manually collect those. And you can craft those in there at that desk. So with your bacteria, you'll need these algae collectors, and they will grow algae under the water here. I don't need to collect them. My auto crafters are using those. And you'll also need water, bottles of water. We have, once you get tier 3 ore extractors, you can set up a sulfur mine anywhere. But we've been through how to get sulfur. That's way early in the game. So through the go through the iridium cave, there's a big sulfur area there, and we've also covered a bunch of other areas where you can get sulfur. So the gas extractors we have up here. These up on the roof. These are the tier 2. The tier 1 will do methane, but it'll also sometimes get oxygen. The tier 2 ones, you can set them to collect whatever you want. And some of these are collecting oxygen. I think one's collecting oxygen. Some are collecting methane, and the others should be collecting... I don't have them all on methane, I don't think. Do I? Oh, that one is collecting nitrogen, but we don't need nitrogen at this stage. So anyway, that is all the resources that you're going to need. But we'll also need flower seeds. So if we come back up here, next level up. All right. So all of these also require a flower. Now these first 4, so the Shanga, the Pestera, the Nona, the Tusker, and then also the Lerma, you'll find randomly, you should find them randomly in blue chests scattered across the map. So they're pretty straightforward if you find some of those. These 2 here, the Orema and the Volnus, you'll need to find out in the world, and I'll show you at least one spot where you can find those. There may be other places. And of course, this one here does not require a flower, but it does use the T2 mutagen. The secret one will need a gold seed, which you will likely find in a gold chest. And I have done previous videos on finding golden chests, so we're not going to go through that today. If you'd like to go back and watch a few of my other videos, you'll be able to find some gold chests to get you started. So, we are going to start off over here. I don't need this algae on me. So, starting off from where we are, over here, this is the default start location. The lander pod is that little white speck over there. So from here, we are going to head straight over this way towards over to that big wreck there. I do have a teleporter over there, but I'm not going to use it because sort of defeats the purpose of showing you how to get there. So I'm going to show you where I found those Iterra trees. that there's only, as far as I know, there's only 2 of them existing in the whole game. So they're very unique. They're not all that good, only 125. But this is where I got them from, in this large wreck here. And I did also do a previous video showing you, or a couple of previous videos showing you all of the wreck locations. I still have my map screen here, so I guess take a quick look. This big wreck here, if I zoom out, this is where we are. That's the starting location. That's the iridium cave. That's the super alloy cave. So, pretty basic. You really can't miss this wreck. It's huge. It's probably going to be the third or fourth wreck that you're going to see in the whole game. But now I've already collected these, but I'll show you where I got them. So if we come in, we'll head to the right. You can see it's glowing red. That's because I have activated the fusion reactor. You will need at least your deconstruction tool to collect one of these seeds, and then you'll need the fusion energy cell to collect the other one. So if you come up that ladder there and come into this room, now right here, you won't see this opening. What you'll see a wall that looks like this, and if you pull out your deconstructor tool, you'll be able to deconstruct that wall. It's a secret little room behind there. There'll be a couple of chests in here, and inside one of those chests you'll find that Iterra tree. So for the second one, you're going to need to be able to create a fusion energy cell in your, I believe it's done in the advanced crafter, or maybe the T2 crafter. But that's a bit more advanced and later game. But once you're able to do that, and you pop that in there, that'll open up these 2 doors across here. They'll be closed until then. And then I'm pretty sure it's in this room, but it could be that room. But there'll be a couple of chests in both of these rooms, and in one of them, one of these chests will have the second Iterra tree in it. So it could be in here, or it could be that one. But both of those Iterra seeds are in this wreck in here. Pretty straightforward. At least the first one you should be able to get early. But like I said, I mean, it's not the greatest tree, but it is a unique tree in the game, and that is how you get it. So, from here, let me see. I'll just grab myself a drink. Alrighty. So from here, we're going to head up across towards the super alloy cave. You can see I've put a bunch of tree spreaders up here. They're tier 3 tree spreaders, but I haven't put any trees in them yet. So we will do that once we've collected one of each. And you don't need to collect one of each. You're better off just going for the highest one that you can find. But we're going to come over here, and I'm just going to wait until it's daylight so that we can see what we're doing. So I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so this is one of the crashed satellites, which I covered in my ship location video. Also got a map screen here. So we are right there. We zoom out. There's the super alloy cave. There's the wreck that we just came from. So that's where we are. And we are going to head over here. And there's this big lush green valley. And I've already picked up a couple of these plants. This is where we will find the Volnus plant, and you will find a couple around in this valley somewhere. But I have already picked up a couple. I don't think they respawn. But I think there is still one or two around here that I haven't got yet. I think there's one up on one of these ridges. There is zeolite around here as well. So there's one. So this is what we're looking for. It'll be a flower that's outgrowing in the wild. These won't appear until you have reached a certain stage with your plants. But we'll click on that. Picked it up. There's a plant Volnus, 500% flower. So if you search around here, you should find a couple. I think I also found one or two near the other satellite wreck as well. But we only need one for this video, so keep your eye out for those. There may be, that looks like another one there actually. Yep, there's one right there. Try and give you a different view of it. So now we've got two. Okay, so we are now heading from here. Let's head back up this way. Alright, so we're going to head over towards the over to the canyon now. So heading back past this wreck here. Just grab a quick drink while I'm here. So up towards the maze. And we're just going to zoom past the maze. And I believe it's up over here. Past the back of the maze. Or the labyrinth, as it is also known. And I'm pretty sure I've found, look, there's another one in there actually. Okay, so there is an Orema right there. And I actually didn't realise that one was in there. I think there are one or two others in there. But you can't find those ones. The easiest place that you're going to find them is going to be in the canyon. And I don't know if we can see from up here. But let's see what sort of view we've got. Those little green patches might be some over there. But we head down here with a jetpack, or you can come around by foot. There is usually one or two. Here's one down here. Okay. But also these vines around here, you can climb these and you can come up on the top. And there's one over there. I don't think there's one on this one. Okay, so let's hop down here and cruise around till we find the vine. There it is up here. There's zeolite up here as well. There are some chests up on top of these plateaus as well. But there's another Orema there. So there's a couple. We picked up 3 of them and 2 of those. So just have something to eat there. Alrighty. So now I'm going to head to, let's see. I'm going to head down again. And I
Let me see, over to the corner here. I've got a teleporter, and I'll just teleport back to base. Now, if you haven't picked up any gold chests, there is one usually right here. We've already picked it up, but that is the location of one, and I do show you a bunch of different gold chests throughout previous episodes. This is one of the other wrecks, which I also featured in my wreck location video. We are right here. We zoom out, and that's the first wreck that we just did. There's the super alloy cave. So this is the green valley that we were in, and this is a starter location down here. So just gonna cruise back now to our factory, and we're gonna head upstairs and too far up. Okay, so this is let's put some of these away. We only need one. Alright, so let's grab one of these, one of the Pisteras, one of the Nolnas, one of the Tuskers, and a Lerma. And we also need, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it's 9. My math is terrible. Gonna need one of those, and we're also gonna need a bunch of bark. Okay, so this is pretty easy. So we'll start off, let's just put those in order. So we'll do a Lerma, a mutagen, a bark, hit research. That'll take a little bit of time. So I've set up multiple. So and you can hear my auto crafters going off. They're not creating more mutagen, but so we'll pop in the Shanger, mutagen, and the bark. Hit research. Make sure that it does sort of show you on the next one. So we'll put in the Pistera, the mutagen, and the bark. Hit research. Wait for this to finish and for that to actually start, because if you close out of that before it does, then it won't actually sequence. So the same with this one. And pop over here in the Tusker. This one, the Orema. This one, the Volnus. This one that doesn't use a tree seed, it just uses these two mutagens and a tree bark. And then of course for the final one we needed a gold seed. Not the water. And get that researching. So how's this one doing? 44%, so still got a little while to go on that one. Let's go check our rocket, because our rocket is back. And there is the Rosé, 600%. So I think that is going to be the best one that's in the game. So let's grab a quick drink here. Alrighty. So while those are waiting for to sequence, let's go have a quick look at my rocket jungle.
And this is just a little experiment that I did. See, I've got a bit of a jungle going on with a bunch of tree spreaders and just all different trees all mixed in close proximity. But I've also got a bunch of different rockets, and I've got one of each type of rocket in this jungle. So if you're interested in knowing how I did that, leave me a comment down below. Maybe I'll do a video on that. So got these rockets up in here. There is one of each one. So you can't really see them too well. At least not from down there, but from a distance. Sort of see them okay. But we'll head back and check how our sequencing is going. I'll just cruise back up here to my teleporter. And we'll go back to the factory. Alright. Back upstairs. Stairs. Let's check how these are doing. That one's done. Now this one I've had on supply. So our drones have already taken that and it should be in here, and it is. So these ones I did not have on supply, so I'll grab those out manually. Oops. Okay, so it looks like they're going to be all done. That one is almost done. There it is. Couple more moments for that one. There we go. Okay. So now that one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different trees. If you know of any trees that I've missed, if there are any extras, then let me know in the comments down below. But we're going to go and pop these all in the tree spreaders. So let's just pop down here. And still get lost in my own base sometimes. Alright, so let's head back over to Rec. And we'll pop up here. So we'll pop all these in. Let's have a look. Got it sorted. So that's the Iterra. And as soon as you put these in, you have a look around on the ground somewhere. Seeing it. So typically they'll start growing straight away. They'll start off as little tiny trees. Maybe because of the slope that we're on. But let's head on over to the next one. There they are. And they'll just grow up slowly. So put the linfola in. Alrighty. Head over to this one. The latest. The Serena. And I've spaced these sort of apart a bit, so we'll come back to them later on once they've grown a bit, and sort of see if we can see which ones are which. That one. Now that's the one that come out of from the golden tree. So that one there is probably going to be your best bet, but you're not going to open that one till later on. The golden one's sort of available pretty much as soon as you've got the crafting materials for it. Pop that one in, the Soleus. We've got 3 left. Alrighty. Don't think I put one in this one yet. So that one's 400, and then the one that we get from the rocket is 600. So that's going to be your best bet. You don't need to. You don't need to do all the trees. Just go for the highest one. I'm just doing all of them just for the sake of the video. Yeah, was this the one I just did? Was Rosé. Okay, so I think I had an extra spreader here. Because my math is terrible and I can't count. But that's one of each tree seed. You can see they're starting to grow. So there we go. One of each of the 11 trees available in the game. As I said, if you do know of any other trees that I've missed, or any others that are available, then please let me know in the comments down below. But that's going to do it for this episode. So if you did enjoy this episode, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.